is if you are a Shopify fan, you're looking at them executing cleanly and closing out the map methodically through constant pickoffs and smokes.
All right, let's see if they can put it together here in game number 2. It is, of course, Shopify Rebellion versus Team Spirit. The winner of this series will be going through to the upper bracket of TI. The loser will be stuck down in the lower bracket. And neither of these teams have much success when they do start a tournament in the lower bracket. It's important to mention that.
Yeah, not only that, you get to the upper bracket, you're ever so close to getting to that, that position to play in the Climate Pledge on the final weekend of TI, right? That's the arena that you want to be in. That's the arena with the nostalgia, the fans and everything. And yeah, getting into upper bracket just makes you one step closer to being able to play in such a, prestigious
arena. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. I was like, well, how do I want to close that one out? Yeah, that's all good. I'll let you finish it. I like how you finish my sentences. It's all good.
We finish each other's, yeah. But yeah, both of these guys, I mean, you look back at the Berlin Major, you look back at the Bali Major, both of them went through the group stages in the lower bracket. Both of them knocked out in the first round of it, so kind of crazy is. Naposhka just takes a face full of damage here, trying to heal up with the Nature's Attendants. It's not going to be enough, though. First blood goes to Arteezy. Some nice Midas money right there.
Yeah, so he's already put in his quick buy. No, he's not. Yeah.
So middle lane, it will be the Arbiter Spirit versus the Lal Puck. I don't know how many times we're going to cast Spirit mid games. It feels like a lot, but yeah, this hero, kind of doesn't do amazingly. It just kind of trades in lane, uses the boulder smash to secure CS, and then runs around the map and bonks people.
Yeah, the key thing is the run around the map, right? This time, as I mentioned during the draft, it's so easy for him to be able to go to a side lane and net kills. You've got Centaur Stomp, Double Edge, Mystic Flare on the off lane. In the other side, you've got Chaos Bolts into Cold Feets and Vortex. This should be such an active laning phase for Shopify if they can get the levels. Level 2 advantage is going to be critical as well. I think Spirit need to respect that. The Spirit Breaker and Wraith King, these side lane cores don't really pressure too much.
Again, as you mentioned, it should be a pretty good laning phase, although none of Arteezy gets bashed this much. I mean, it's been like 5 hits and 2 bashes. He's getting low. Collapse will die. Arteezy survives. No, he will not. Mira finds him with the Stroke of Fate. Now Fly, he's trying to finish the job on some Mira here, but Mira has turned around upon him with the Inkswell. Fly fighting up right now. What do they have in terms of regen? The answer is Mira has more, and he will be able to take him down and get the double kill on the Grimstroke.
Really nice set of kills there, and it all started because Collapse able to get a couple clutch bashes, and Arteezy getting a freebie.
All right, comes back in, gets a kill. That feels pretty damn good, honestly.
Yeah, that's nice. Just drop a couple more items, allow his AA to bring them back in. Resources should be pretty healthy for Shopify, but again, Spirit surprisingly packing a little bit more of a punch in the lane than expected.
Collapse. He's going to have to charge away from this one, just enough to break the Cold Feet, and then come straight back to lane. Again, look at the harassment coming out from these two in the bottom side. They just want to use all their abilities, all their spells. They are getting a bit of revenge for game number 1, I feel, on Collapse, just taking out their frustrations on him.
Yeah, Spirit also being very vocal with their voice lines, right? They're spamming this goodbye clowns line. They're doing a lot of just a psychological warfare that you often see from the teams that really are finding their groove at the in some of these tournaments. But yeah, for Shopify, I'm surprised they actually didn't bring a couple mangoes back down to this bot lane. With how spammy they are being, it could have helped out, and Sableye has 8 sticks, so should be fine.
A lot of toothpicks coming his way, but Tanky Boy, he can take it. A lot of trading going on right now. So far, big one is the laning phase, honestly. Arbe, he's kind of just owning the middle lane on CS. Lal. It's pretty impressive, and he's going to try and race Lal over for the bounty rune here. Sees that Lal's actually on him as well, so gives up on the idea.
Yeah, pretty nice move there from Arbed, right? If he can push this wave in a little bit, and then go stand back on that high ground, potentially Puck might miss a CS, but okay. Doesn't opt to use the boulder smash there, so yeah, Lal not missing out on any of that XP or creeps. A very good start for Abed.
Yeah, he's doing great. All in all, no one's really suffering except for the cow in the bottom side, who we've seen every time we click on him, he's just being blasted with spells. Top side stun comes out onto Saberlight, but immediately just returns with the hoof stomp. They realize that Crit just isn't here at the moment, and Saberlight might be suffering for it. He's got the Ring of Health and 2 rings of protection. Will it be enough to keep him alive? No, it will not.
This was a disaster of a 4-minute rune, by the way, because not only does Saberlight die top, but Crit comes to the secure top rune. Abed then rolls for the bottom rune, but as he rolls, Lal, he phase shift dodges it, so then Abed just goes super far past the water rune, and Lal takes it for himself.
Oh no, bottom side Mira should be dying here to the combination of Fly and Arteezy. There's something, but yeah, I mean, your support rotates for the water rune and doesn't even help Abed secure it. That is pretty brutal, especially when your offlaner dies for it.
Yeah, Natara are going to be thoroughly enjoying the start of this one. I think this game, the build for Wraith King, the collapse is going to be charging up.
Yeah. No mana for the Chaos Bolt just yet. Very close to it, though.
Were you watching?
Collapse is continuing to be hammered every time he comes near the creep wave, so he really is going to have a slow start. Like, he's not even got the Midas queued up at the moment. He's realizing just how grim things are.
Boschka, he's rotating in.
Yeah, certainly is. Stun out onto Arteezy. Charge comes in. Boschka from behind. The damage is there to take down Collapse before Arteezy does fall. Fly, can he get himself back to the tower? Yeah, but Boschka saying, no, sir, you will not. The right clicks are there. Mira gets the double. Sure, they take down Collapse once again, but 2 deaths in the bottom lane does not make it worth. But over towards mid, this might Lal. He could be in some trouble, but there is no roll available, and Lal has the phase shift and all back. Not enough damage coming out from Crit or Abed.
Just a really nice rotation there from the Enchantress. And you know that the CK and AA are stepping up so far down the lane to apply that pressure, and yeah, Boschka rotates in, gets the double. Grimstroke, with his 2 double kills, already has the mana boots as well. The spam from this lane will just slowly increase up.
Abed rolls into Mira. Mira already has the Inkswell going, pops it early to try and get himself away, going for the TP out here. They don't have the damage to bring him down here, and the Grimstroke narrowly escapes with his life. Team Spirit kind of outplaying them at the moment. Yep, see you later. Heads back towards the middle lane. We'll be fine.
This is one of the better ways to shut down the Spirit Breaker, right? Like, even though you're trading your life a couple times, he's only just hit level 4. Like, compare that to Saberlight, he's quite healthily on the way to level 6 and net worth. He's about to get overtaken by the Enchantress, right? So this Spirit Breaker doesn't really have a place on the map right now, compared to last game where he was just fully free farming up, getting the Midas, existing in bot lane, doing everything he needed to do.
Top lane, roam in onto Yatoro. He's going to be going for the first time here. Does hit level 6 just in time before they're able to catch him. And now he's TPing out. They don't have it. They don't have the roll. There's nothing. Oh my god.
Not 80-second cooldown, yeah.
Yeah. Just TPing out. I mean, sure, I have to move back to lane, but I mean, Yatoro doesn't care about that. He stays alive, and that's the big deal.
The fact that he also had ultimate, right? Some of these Wraith King players, they're incredibly greedy with how they level up their hero, but yeah, he keeps that point, has the ultimate in play, and Elsewhere also doesn't have 4 points in Rolling Boulder yet to always have that TP cancel and play with the 4-second cooldown.
I'm not sure when. Yatoro literally hit level 6 during that gank as well. Like, they were going on him at level 5. So very fortunate that he was able to get that up in time. There's a movement once again onto Collapse. Collapse moving aggressively with the Inkswell though, forward onto Fly. I don't think he's going to be surviving this one though. Moving to the tree line, it's not enough. Although in comes a puck, breaks the coil on Fly. Fly just trying to get away. Crit will get beaten down by the supports. Fly duking through the tree lines, but it's not enough. Lal gets upon him regardless. Now Maposhka and Mira helping out their puck, making sure he's okay. So it's just kind of the off lane of the two supports down here in the bottom lane. Arteezy absolutely fine for now.
Collapse is potentially about to be bottom net worth of all the Spirit players, by the way. It's like 100 gold difference. Well, officially we can confirm that Shopify have shut down the Spirit Breaker. That is at least one checkbox ticked on the road to getting a game 3.
Yeah, they eat steak tonight, that's for sure.
Spirit is very
with the double
muscly,
damage
it's not going to be the nicest stakes. It's quite... You'd have to do like quite a slow-cooked dish for him.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah. But middle lane, Arbed just used the double damage rune to just take the tier 1 tower at mid whilst the puck is rotating. They're trying to get a bit of revenge for that now, though. As Team Spirit, the 3-man squad, comes rotating in. Arbed, has he read it? He could roll away if he moves now. He does stand a chance of getting out of this one. In fact, he just walks in the opposite direction. That's an effective strategy.
Yeah, Fogged drew on the... I'll say Fogged. Fly, sorry, Fogged lifts right through my head.
Nice roll. Does it make a difference? The silence a little bit late there from Crit, meaning that Coil was able to come off. Magnetize coming down with the supports are in. They've got the damage to bring down Arbed. Crit also taking some heavy hits here. Mirror just throws down the Salt Bind, holding him next to Sableye. But Sableye wants to kill Lal. He wants to get the damage off, but Crit running the other direction means he can't get the right click off. Crit's gonna die. Goes down as well. Yatoro coming across as well. Sableye going for the TP out. Yatoro from the low ground gets the Wraith by a blast. Beautiful movements from him as the Inkswell onto the Hellbear. Smasher brings down Sableye as well. The slaughter across the map as Team Spirit take down 3.
Just, yeah, really nice moves there from Spirit. What I was trying to say was Fly had on the minimap, he's like, guys, they're smoked, they're rotating to the mid, and that's why, Shopify, they're moving towards the top side of the map, but for Spirit, they just continued making that move. They never let it off, and in doing so, yeah, just get punished. All 5 heroes from Spirit ready to take that engagement compared to the few that Shopify did bring. Now Mirror able to get out again.
How many times are people just going to TP out against these two?
They need to be careful, Shopify. Like, they're the ones who should be getting all the kills right now. They're just not really connecting that perfectly on some of their moves. They do need to get some levels as well. Like Fly, he's got level 6, Crit. No, basically a whole level away. Once that comes in with the Mystic Flare, it will simplify a lot of these engagements. But until then, they are victim to Spirit. Just moving a little bit better on the map right now.
And you don't really need net worth on your Spirit Breaker when he's just kind of providing vision with the Charge of Darkness and kind of getting into the fights, using his ulti. Like, sure, he's not having the most impact. He's not having the same amount of impact as other offlaners might be at this point, but he's there, and he's going to have his Midas very soon as well, so going to start to get that XP coming on in.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker's game is soon going to return. I'd say he's got about 9 more minutes of Spirit Breaker not being the busted hero that we've seen, and the Midas will need to kick in. This will be the perfect example, though. Does he still go for the Octarine, knowing that his game is difficult, or he just rush towards the Shadow Blade or the BKB or something else instead?
That depends on the vision of the game for the whole team, really. What they want him to be providing and when. Team Spirit have been preferring Greed as a recent. Meanwhile, Fly caught out in the river, an ancient apparition, unfortunately.
Radiant's top tower is under
Taking
attack.
all damage from these guys.
Charge.
Does get away. A little close on the coil there. If the orb did connect, he might have just been jumping in and coiling him to get the kill, but Fly somehow survives that. And jump in from Arbed. Arbed gets on top of the puck, but once again, puck might just survive through it. No, the silence is there. Surely they bring him down this time around. Surely they can get the kill, and Frostbite comes up, and they do get the kill. Collapse moves in onto Fly, throws down the ultimate. He just wants to bring him down. Does he survive though? Crit, they're all chasing him at the moment. Silence is there, stuns are out, damage is in, and Collapse is down. 2 cores dead on the side of Team Spirit. Shopify, do they finally get a chance to take a breath here?
Yeah. Nice couple of kills for them. And also, Shopify, these are the kills that they need to help accelerate their early game timings. Earth Spirit about to complete that Blade Mail. You've got CK completing the Echo Saber. And Central about 1,000 gold away from his Blink. Like, once these 3 items come in for Shopify, you expect them to be crossing that river and making the bigger plays. And for Spirit, of course, continuing to poke. They go from mid straight back into bot lane, using that twin gate. Yeah. Sableye should just be going down for free there.
Sableye trying to get away, not going to happen. Too much damage coming out from Yatoro and Poker and Lal. 4 points already on the Enchantress with that impetus. Level 8. Doing the work. Jesus.
The cool thing about drafting Enchantress is just making sure that you have a couple heroes to frontline for you, because you know that you will always be able to scale. right? Like time and time again, Miposhka, he's not changing his build. You're not seeing him go for some like Holy Locket, Glimmer Cape style Enchantress. He's consistently going for Treads, Drum, Dragon Lance, Hurricane Pike into Moonshard. Was the way that they draft it. You've got Spirit Breaker, Wraith King, even Puck to some degree. A lot of heroes to facilitate the fight and give Ench that scaling potential.
And like, sure, you can make the argument that Shopify can just destroy an Enchantress if they want to, but using resources to kill this Enchantress is never going to feel good, especially when there's a Puck in the game who just thrives. But okay, there's no longer a Puck in the game. that was consistent.
Oh no, Spirit. On to mid lane.
Yeah. He's looking, but he's not cooking just yet. Mira trying to sidestep it, but unfortunately moves into Arteezy. Arteezy starting to make moves on the map with this Echo Saber, with this Armlet. They want to start taking some names and maybe some towers this game as well. What they failed to do last game was get objectives.
Yeah, I feel like if Shopify was able just to see the big picture of the game right now, like if they click on Wraith King and see Midas with a Radiance queued up and a Spirit Breaker with a Midas into Octarine queued up, like this is like the most alarming moment. Guys, we need to fight. We need to punish this. Like the last game, they got an Aegis and then they just sat back, continued farming. But you cannot allow Spirit to itemize like this and then to farm for 20 minutes. And already, Abed, he's hearing these calls. He's constantly trying to make something happen. Coil missed. The pressure is being applied.
That changed to Rolling Boulder. He's got an Arcane Rune as well. Abed, there's no coil. He's got an Arcane. Surely he wants to fight here. Team not quite behind him at the moment. Arteezy moving around to the bottom side of the map. Of course, still looking to keep these lanes pushed out and get farm where he can. A little bit over-aggressive, but I don't know. Are we looking for another early Roche here from Shopify if they get a couple more kills and secure this top side of the map?
That's potentially the biggest downside for Shopify right now is let's just watch them execute Bambi real quick. They can't execute Roshan that quick, right? They're gonna have a Solar Crest on AA, which will help cushion their lack of Roshan damage, but they will need to probably get a couple team wipes before they really look to entertain it, because of the time spent doing it will give Spirit so much freedom on the map.
Centaur? Jump by Lyle there a little bit. Wow. It's kind of clicking the dude. It's like, all right, buddy. But meanwhile, elsewhere, they're going for the kills. They managed to find Mira. Mira tries to get the 4-star away. Not going to make a difference, though. Still gets brought down. And now, well, Collapse going to charge it onto Fly. That'll be at least one return kill going the way. Collapse trying to TP up at Arbet. He's got a billion rolling boulders in his pocket with his Arcane Rune. No chance of getting out of this one. Arteezy comes in to help out as well. Collapse does fall. Shopify responding well to what Team Spirit are trying to do here.
Yeah, again, there's some pretty important kills. Spirit, it's fun to see them, even when they're in like kind of a farm state, still look to entertain that potential pickoff. But yeah, for Shopify right now, just sweeping around. I think, of course, Abed is leading the charge on pretty much every engagement right now. Heart soon to be complete as well. This is going to be one incredibly tanky Earth Spirit. The blink is complete on Centaur. Do they have smokes available on Shopify? Yeah, they got one on Crypt. This will be the important, I think, window for Shopify. How do they utilize this smoke? Do they get to get off Wraithing 2 times? Stop him from freely farming up to his Radiance? Like, what is their kind of their big plan to enter the mid game?
Shopify, they're looking for something here. Arteezy TP bottom, but he's not interested in the creep wave just yet. Looking to see if anybody comes down to deal with his bottom wave. Nobody does, so we'll look to farm it and probably take this tier 1 tower, which is already pretty darn low. Wondering what the fight conditions look like for Team Spirit. They've got themselves this Midas on this Wraith King. He's going for the Radiance. Maybe Radiance Blink is when we look for an engagement from Yutoro.
I think just having level 2 ultimate, which he's already got, plus Radiance is enough for him to entertain joining a fight. So they're pretty close to being able to actually want to engage onto Shopify. But the lack of building damage, lack of Roshan right now for Shopify is going to constantly cause them some concern. And they're trying to get collapsed, but he got the charge, and it's quicker than the bolt.
It's quicker than the bolt, but it doesn't matter. Arbet's got the reach, he's got the catch, and they're still able to bring him down. Unfortunately, only charging across the nearby creep wave was not enough to save his life.
Yeah. Unfortunately, didn't charge to mid or top. There were some creeps in vision if he wanted to, but opted to go for the shorter range charge.
Just had to be quick about it, but yeah, ultimately ends up costing him. And they go on to Earth Spirit here. He does have the Blade Mail, so it's gonna hurt them. They need to get this one done quick, and it does look like they're gonna be able to bring him down. Maposhka once again just firing out the impetus, is obliterating crit. He needs to run right now because he does not have the health to keep this one going. Arteezy nowhere near in the neighborhood as well. There is no chance. Shopify are taking this one, and they will leave Fly for dead.
Shopify just aren't able to connect on the kills that you kind of expect them to look for. And on top of that, in the river, Earthspirit gets hit by the Soulbind. Crit then walks into it, connecting, preventing Earthspirit then to disengage. And yeah, Spirit, the Radiance is complete for Wraith King. You can see that instant shift of their logic in the game. You get this item, they group up around him, and they start moving him towards the buildings. I think if Shopify are to try and fight this Wraith King, can they kill him 2 times now? This mischance really does hurt CK.
Middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, it's all about the Chaos Knight. You know, can he keep those illusions up for 2 times in a row and kind of enable his team to keep on pounding away into the Wraith King? Or can they just kill off everybody else? You know, that's going to be the big key. I think Lyle, there's a lot of pressure on him to be surviving these engagements, at least for the first life of the Wraith King.
I think CK right now is still in that window of able to execute pretty much every hero. And he is trying to do it with that Shadow Blade. Sorry, I mean Silver Edge, even better.
There you go. Collapse does get taken on down, but that's been a pretty staple of this game. With this Midas, you know, like, you can kill him, sure, but he's always going to just be Midasing stuff and keep progressing in the game. Still a good pick-off. What do they do with it, though? That is the big question.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're looking to potentially try and steal away our Tormentor here. There are 4 heroes positioned on the Dire side.
They're doing it under a Watcher, though, so
Spirit's going to watch them do it then.
They don't have the vision. And that was quick. Jesus. I mean, Fly almost got blasted in the process as well, but there we go. Yeah, it's a pretty nice shot to pick up, right?
Yep, very nice shard for Ancient Apparition. It's also one of the reasons why the hero is more viable. They pushed the damage into the spell for Ice Vortex, then reworking the shard so it applies a stun on Ice Blast Connect based on your current level in Cold Feet. And yeah, just giving just more stun, more purpose to AA. Very, very useful. Spirit, though, they are currently smoked up in the mid lane. They have drawn a perfect line to find Arteezy. And they have 1 sentry, so they do have detection for the Silver Edge. Oh, he just used it as well.
Anyway, they won't even need to. Here they go, onto Arteezy. The rest of the team, they need to get here fast. I mean, the Stampede comes down, but it's not going to make a difference. Arteezy is dead. Shopify nowhere to be found. Crit gets caught up by a coil on the sideline. Just going to get back up onto the high ground and get themselves away from this. Wow, Toro. Very aggressive. Blink up onto the high ground there. They have 0 respect for Shopify if they don't have their CK.
Just don't misclick your Silver Edge, guys. He's using it to... I'm sure it was an accident on that Ancient camp. And then in doing
I don't know. I've seen him do it a couple of times, T.
Well, either way, whatever he just did there sealed his death. If he had it in play, there was no detection. He could just walk south. The Ent wasn't in position, but using the Silver Edge like that, yeah, got him killed off. And yeah, Spirit, they are just making all the moves here. Equally kind of awkward for them to go Roshan. Like, neither team wants to do this, right? A very quick kill.
Yeah. No team has like the huge Roshan lineup, and it's more about going on the map and finding stuff rather than trying to set up for the big 5v5s. Like, I don't think either team does that particularly well in terms of draft, but yeah. Arbed, you know, he's kind of just... There's been a lull in the aggression, really, from Shopify. Like, it feels like, I mean, they're not that far behind. In fact, they're barely far behind at all. But it feels like they're just so afraid to go out and make moves on the map.
Mm-hmm. Are we about to potentially see 3 hearts in the game? Centaur's got 1 queued up. Earthspirit already has a heart. And CK's just buying a Reaver.
Seems that way, yeah.
That's a lot of heart to put into a game. Yeah.
Good item. Bottom lane, there's a Shopify hunting at the moment. They don't have their Scarab Mage with them. They see Lal, but they don't get the silence off Lal. predicts it, gets off the phase shift, and instead they're just going to go for collapse. Collapse will get brought down. Well, I'm going for a pretty big call here. We'll do it onto Arteezy and Saberlight. Yatoro jumping in now, throws out the stun onto the Centaur. Centaur happy to turn around Tangus. Actually, they're turning around to Yatoro. His first life goes very quickly indeed. But there comes a Grimstroke once again, leashing them together. But Yatoro is dead. They have the damage, but down goes Arteezy as well. The toothpicks do the work. Puck silenced up 1,000 times over. Apparently, he's going to die as well. Lull out of the fight. And Shopify, they grab a few of them, and what the hell? Apparently there's a Grimstroke here. I don't know how he ended up in this situation, but nevertheless, will be another hero taken out by Shopify Rebellion, and that's 4 heroes dead. A successful engagement.
Yeah, really successful engagement. The smoke wraparound, they instantly find the puck, but Lau, beautiful reaction to disengage and then collapse. He's kind of just in no man's land, and in doing so, Spirit like, well, I guess we should take the fight. And yeah, crit, showcasing how much damage you can do on this Scarif Mage. And it was really nice positioning from Fly as well. He was holding that high ground position underneath the cover of his ward, holding his ultimate until that second life of the Wraith King. And as soon as the reincarnation came into play, pops the Ice Blast, prevent Wraith King from really feeling too good on that second life. And yeah, Spirit, a rare moment where they're not truly ready as a full 5. A nice smoke from Shopify. It's been something we've been looking for, I think, in the last like 8 or so minutes. But it does finally connect, and instantly they go in again. They're smoked up, Earth Spirit AA and Scarif Mage. Incredibly short cooldowns on their kill spells. And they would love to find Wraith King right now without his ultimate, but he's on the other side of the map. So potentially Lal is the target of choice here.
Move in. Vision about to be placed down. They'll see Mirror, and that will be an easy pickoff for them. Not a particularly high value kill, but might set up for them to look towards Roshan now. It has just turned nighttime, and this pit is kind of free for them at the moment. Do Team Spirit mount a contest?
Okay. Arteezy scared me for a second. He just misclicked, put a second Reaver in his quick buy, and I was like, do not try and make me talk about double Reaver build on CK. Okay, that is not a thing.
Don't make me justify that one, Arteezy, please.
No, I'm here to flame if he does it, but no, he does not go for the heart. So we are going to see Shopify Rebellion by maybe the 30-minute mark with a triple heart on Centaur, Earthspirit, and CK. They are going to be incredibly beefy boys with an Aegis to boot.
There you go. Aegis into the hands of the Chaos Knight. Now, what can they get done with it? And Team Spirit, how well can you move around this map? I'm almost excited to watch Team Spirit be in the losing position again because they play it so well then. Immediately they're going on to Arteezy here. They want to take this Aegis out the moment they have it, and they might just do it. Oh, invisibility. Just keep them alive.
Don't do Shopify like that, man. The previous game, they used their Aegis to not do a lot. In this game, if you take it away instantly, come on, give them something, Spirit. Let them have a moment, please.
This time, Arteezy spies through it all. They kind of got him up to the high ground. The impetus is starting missing, and that's when they realized, like, they respect the damage output from this Enchantress so much. The moment he got onto the high ground, they were just like, no, it's not happening anymore.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Wraith King completes the BKB, so this time, when he enters the fight, he isn't going to be annoyed by any of these cheap stuns that Shopify have. He will be able to freely get off his right clicks.
Sword,
No, but
aggressively
keeping
positioned down here, though. Yeah. Cancel the TP. That one could have been a bit disastrous. They have the damage there to bring down pretty much anyone who TPs in on
so
that.
many careers.
If they do it, yes.
That'll help the heart game for sure. Yep.
Sure. And yeah, Arteezy has his coming out to him now. Team Spirit still waiting to see if anybody shows on this bottom side. The Skeletons are just going to town on this tier 3 tower. Shopify just not willing to send anybody back to deal with it right now. They want to find something on this map, but they're just not going to.
They're looking for Saberlight though.
Oh my god, yeah. Here we go. Someone comes back to defend. Saberlight gets called out, uses the Stampede, trying to get away. Stunned forever. Will the impetuses land? Yes, they will. Maposhka gets him. And the tower's still falling. I mean, they've almost got it. They're playing into an Aegis, and they've almost broken the high ground.
Dark Troll Summoner plus the Skeletons. That's a lot of damage.
It's the Bone Zone down here. Arteezy running out, looking for a target. Doesn't quite see Maposhka due to the nighttime vision. It was unfortunate. And he's seen on a ward now as well. Team Spirit, they want to get behind. They want to see who is behind the big boy. And they've completely cut him up. Look at the mini-map right now. They're just going for the targets, which RTZ cannot help with at the moment. Crit, he's just going to get obliterated. Fly trying to hide on the high ground. Then just says, see you later, buddy, and rolls himself away. Doesn't want anything to do with this one. Collapse comes in under the tier 4s even. Oh, CK, he is in here. He's going to take the fight. Buyback comes out from the Skywrath Mage, but once again, Miposhka just blasting away from the backlines. This Enchantress, who's the real carry. She's doing so much work. Arteezy comes back immediately looking for Yatoro. Yatoro with the beacon. He's trying to get his way out of this one. A Centaur goes in deep. Yatoro, though, still standing his ground. The Inkswell heals him up to full charge through the both of them. They're being controlled heavily here. Arteezy needs to get off his damage. He needs to find a target. Miposhka could be the perfect target for it. Playing our pocket, though, going to redirect the stun and keep Miposhka alive for the time being. Charge in, though, onto Arteezy. He's being beaten down. He doesn't have the help, and he is gonna fall. 2 lives taken care of. Saberlight TPs away. Another game, another tragedy for Shopify Rebellion, and Team Spirit just playing so damn well. Jumping on the park, at the very least they might be able to catch out Lal here. Phase shift not gonna save him. Saberlight and Fly find something for themselves.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Miposhka's doing so much work in this fight. I'm just kind of left a little bit speechless.
Damage.
Like Shopify, they got all this heart, but like there's an Enchantress. Impedus just boom, just hitting through them. See, like Arteezy, he starts to fight by himself, trying to get into the middle of the Team Spirit's lineup, but he just lost the Aegis. And at that point, Miposhka just free casting his spells. He wishes he had a little bit more mana. He ran out at the very end because he'd used, what, like 20, 30 plus Impeduses across that? But yeah, Shopify, they are struggling a little bit here. I think now they got to think about this Enchantress first. If they don't shut down Miposhka, he's just going to rip through the entire lineup. Just Hurricane Pike sitting on the back line. And he's got Moonshot. He's already got a Moonshot available.
Already got
if
the
he
money
wants to
for
buy
it.
it.
Miposhka is a crazy bastard. I cannot believe he gets away with this every single game. No drums even this time. Just every single game he just pushes it further. Oh my god. So sick. Team Spirit, man, like, it's every single time they're behind, I'm just like, all right, sweet. Like, we get to watch them find some crazy way back into this game. Awesome.
Not only do they play exceptionally well, but they find their opponent's mistakes so easily, so cleanly, right? And I think for Shopify now, Arteezy, he has the Silver Edge, he has the break mechanic. Maybe he needs to think about finding the Enchantress first, instantly kill her off, and then force Spirit to lose out.
Well, there you go. Yatoro, he's dead as well. Fly God kills 2 heroes. Oh.
That's what they needed.
What now,
Shopify, they just needed
Enchantress
the 6th man. They've already brought Tormentor into their roster, and that's how they're going to do it. We've seen it before in the history of Dota. 6-man rosters do relatively well, and yeah, the Tormentor pulling an absolute shift with combination and Fly. That's how you kill off Miposhka.
How did they even see that? Like, I don't know.
Don't ask questions. Just enjoy the fact.
Yeah,
we have to witness the magic.
I'm sure we'll have a replay for it very shortly as well, because that was absolutely unhinged. All right, Shopify, they're back in a reasonable position then. Take a bottom tier 2 tower, easy as that. Wraith King can't fight for the time being until its reincarnation is back. Collapse, running in the bottom lane there. Oh, Arteezy shows. Could have maybe been caught out, but actually a CK alone isn't enough to take down a Bulldoze Spirit Breaker, I don't think. Pretty silly hero. All right, well, now it's time to wait until Roshan respawns. Both teams going to kind of play a little bit more carefully now, I would imagine, whilst they wait for the Aegis to be back in play. Now, the interesting thing here is that it could be a daytime or a nighttime Roshan due to when it's respawning, and that always makes
we got a replay. This is way more important.
Jesus.
And then the skeletons
The skeletons, no! Stop!
Sorry, I take it back. It wasn't a 6-man roster. It was like a 22-man roster.
20-man roster.
Shopify really pulling everything to get the win.
Stop, my children. You're killing your father.
Are scanning.
Oh, my God. All right. That's fucking hilarious. Shopify They are smoked up around the bottom area of the map, seeing if the Spirit Breaker wants to come charging on through. Team Spirit, well, camping on the middle lane at the moment. Of course, it is kind of on Team Spirit to make their way back to the bottom side, over towards this Roche pit. But at the moment, the base is being pushed in pretty damn hard. Yatoro, he doesn't care about smoking. He's not a subtle man. He's going to take down a tier 2 tower. He knows that Shopify ain't going to do anything about it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Skeletons, they're hitting mid.
Yeah,
They're going for the
once again,
redemption.
making up
Sorry,
for them.
we're sorry for getting you. We'll take mid tower instead.
Look at Team Spirit, such a good position here. They're going onto the Chaos Knight. They want to start the fight onto Arteezy. Torres on top of him. The damage is there. Where is the help? Where is the help? Arteezy's all alone and he is going to die. 100-0 with nothing to say about it. 3 heroes dead. This wasn't a fight. This was a murder. And now they come for the barracks on the bottom side. Team Spirit, they make it look so damn easy.
Shopify just weren't in position. The skeletons were hitting mid racks. Like, Spirit knew that they were out of base, so to even try and entertain that engagement. But yeah, Spirit utilizing this race team beautifully, pressuring bot, pressuring mid, always forcing the map out, and they're just looking to even hit the tier 4s here. There's no buyback on the Sky. There's no buyback on the CK. They're forcing out the glyph. Tier 2 in top lane is protecting Shopify from getting mega creeps right now. And that is going to be the issue for Shopify's lineup. They don't really push out the creeps that well. They don't really deal with the skeletons that well throughout the game. And it's why you see Spirit, they're not really playing that traditional form of Dota, which is smoke, get kills, and pickoffs. It's a lot of just that kind of macro play, death by 1,000 cuts, a lot of skeleton gameplay, helping Spirit just ignore how strong Shopify can be in the fights.
And you're already moving up to the top side to set up for this next Roshan as well. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, Yatoro just feels like a master on every hero he plays. Like, every single time, he's just utilizing every factor of the hero he plays beautifully, and then will do this exact same thing on the next one.
Spirit already positioned in top side of the map. Shopify are smoked up.
This could be the deciding fight of the game.
It could be
Shopify
game, yeah.
want to come back into this series. It is now. Lalo going to pop everything, give them all the vision they need to start this one off. And once again, they're looking forwards. Arteezy collapses on him once again, just like game one, staying on top of the CK. But they found a beautiful jump in the back lines. Your supports are just gone. Double buybacks from them straight off the bat. Yatoro's taking hits as well. Large jumping around the fight. They're waiting for their supports to come back into this engagement. So Shopify, they will give them the space. They'll back themselves away and wave their resources to recover. Yatoro did die, though. He did get picked off, and actually Saberlight, he's just back in on Maposhka. He wants to find the big targets. The rest of the team, they're rallying around him, jumping in. They've managed to catch out Lal as well. Lal stunned, silence for the time being, but the follow-up stun is not there. They see Arteezy here. He's stunned up once again by the Spirit Breaker, who's on top of him. Bash comes out. Arteezy is dead. No buyback. They need to find a way to make this fight work without him, but I'm not sure it's possible. Sure, the Enchantress is getting low, but the Centaur's dead as well. A look all towards Crit. Crit is basically gone already. And once again, 3 dead. They do have the buybacks on the Centaur, on the Skywrath Mage, but meanwhile, Fly's desperately trying to defend the base.
And for Shopify there, they felt pressured. They lost 2 lanes of racks. They knew that Roshan was available. So with the double support buyback on Spirit, if they waited for the CK ultimate to come back in, that's when you can take the fight. But without those big spells in play, Spirit are easily able to capitalize on that. And Arteezy walks back into the fight just to instantly die off. Yeah, Spirit. Great positioning once again, reading the map so beautifully, keeping the lanes pushed, never really allowing Shopify that entry to an engagement. And now they're going to get the second Roshan, Aegis and Cheese. This does feel like Spirit should be able to walk down top lane, take that tier 2, and try and close out this game with at least the mega creeps in the next within this Aegis window.
Well, moving down up the top lane, Collapse leading the charge.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Team Spirit. I mean, how do you defend against this now? Enchantress picked up the Aegis, for God's sakes. Maposhka, the real carry of Team Spirit, now won't even be going down if you kill her. Oh, man. I mean, I don't know how Shopify can do this.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They gotta hope that Spirit dives deep past the tier 2s, tier 3s. Oh, sorry, tier 3, sorry. Tier 4s.
Yep. Into the fountain.
Into the fountain. Oh, Collapse is trying.
Nice catch from Arteezy. They managed to actually get their hands on the Spirit Breaker and stop him really connecting here. Arteezy moving to the sidelines. I mean, they are bound up together, so they know the real one. Meanwhile, they're just trying to actually deal with the barracks, leaving Itoro up front as a tasty piece of bait. Whilst they'll go for the buildings. Arbed's getting controlled up, but they have brought down Itoro twice, but Arbed's dead as well. They can't get their hands on that puck. They'll let him get away and move across towards Collapse. Chaos Knight doing the damage. It's very hard for the Enchantress to get off the damage from this low ground here. The mischance is going to be coming into effect here. Stance up into the Centaur. Centaur taking hits. The barracks kind of exposed at the moment. Shopify, they're taking a few seconds just to get their resources back and then get back to defending this, but the Mega Creeps are on the way. Miposhka is making sure of it right now. The real carry of Team Spirit doing their work. 4 staffs away, dodging out the CK. Stuns out from Collapse with the Inkswell as well. They're chaining it perfectly right now, and a bash comes through as well. Another charge. Arteezy can't press his buttons. They're trying to just bring down this damn Enchantress, and they'll do it for the first time, but the task known is out onto Arteezy again. He's dead. No buyback. No CK. Upper bracket bound Team Spirit taking out heroes left, right, and center. Shopify trying their hardest to stay in this game, but I'm just not sure there's a chance of buyback now coming out from the Wraith King. Saberlight on the backlines, just trying to bring down Collapse, but he's gone. Charge across the map. He's out of here. Crit taking damage from the Enchantress as well. She stands up, so she can't use the impetus once again, just using that Hurricane Pike. Saberlight trying to bring her down. Surely she will fall. Yatoro comes in from the side to bring down Crit. Stampede used, but Poshka is dead. The game might not be over yet, T.
You take that as a massive victory for Shopify, right? Like, Yatoro just bought back. You didn't really progress the game. You didn't get Mega Creeps, right? Like, you're one game, like, you're one Ancient falling away from being in the lower bracket for the International. So, you take this if you're Shopify. But yeah, for Spirit,
17k damage dealt from the Centaur Warrunner. 12 uses off the double edge. What the hell?
I mean, with the shard as well, it builds up over time. And this Enchantress, what's his scoreline? 13, 5, and 13 on Miposhka. Truly the carry in this game for Team Spirit. This is the nuisance of Collapse on the Spirit Breaker, the damage from Enchantress, the survivability of Yatoro. So many layers built into this lineup, and yeah, they got to be careful because there is going to be a window where Wraith King doesn't have buyback, and this does feel like the type of game that Shopify get a kill, run it down mid, hope to keep taking the fight in one great charge to get themselves out of this game. It doesn't sound promising, but it's maybe the only way Shopify can do it.
Saberlight just stepping it up here in the final moments of this game and making them no longer the final moments of the game, giving Shopify a second chance.
I think as well, like, once you get a team that's really good with Spirit Breaker, it does annoy you a lot throughout the game, because how do you buy BKB in this game and feel good? Because there's this Aghanim Spirit Breaker with Octarine with a 6-second charge who's just bashing throughout the fight, never striking you as well. Like, it's one of those items where I wish I had it to deal with everything else, but then Spirit Breaker. And obviously some games you're going to have to just ignore the fact and go for it. And it's not, I don't think it's too important right now anyway, but Spirit Breaker just really hurts his opponent's cause and how they want to itemize in the game.
Just becomes
I
very
feel like
awkward.
if anything, this is probably, I think CK kind of needed a blink in this game. Like, to be able to find that Grimstroke, to find that Enchantress, to stop them from free casting the spells, that could have probably been the key item difference in this game for me. But yeah, so far, Shopify, they are smoked up. I would say smoked up, they have ninja gears, but hoping to find a pick. Lol. Breaking the smoke quite nicely.
Yeah, as always.
Spirit, though, how do they approach the next window of the game? 5 minutes now. Wraith King doesn't have buyback. Roshan might respawn in 3 minutes or so. Of course,
He
Nerd Plus
doesn't have
heavily
his
favoring
either, though. He's
Spirit.
just buying out every single time. This man has no cares about his buybacks.
At this stage of the game, you need to just play for that one fight, and they're going for it.
Miposhka has been seen. Silence is out. The chase, it doesn't connect. Shopify, they're not willing to overextend. And there is just an army of skeletons pouring into the triangle right now. Day of the dead around here.
Shopify's like, guys, didn't you help us at the Tormentor? Why are you now running at us? Come on.
Yeah. Whose side are they on? We don't know.
Dire are
Lol,
scattered.
by the way, looking to repurpose his build for the late game here. Picking up the Aghanim Scepter, going for Mjolnir. So going to be doing a bit of damage to these Dream Coils as well. I mean, this is an excellent tool for just killing supports. You jump in the backlines, drop a coil, get out, and your coil will just do the work for you.
Also helps with this additional procs of your Mjolnir down the line. Wraith King's already got one as well, so now you've got 2 Mjolnirs, the Radiance, these CK Illusions just passively going to go down in the fight if it lasts a little bit too long.
Yeah.
And for Team Spirit, they are dodging Shopify here. They just moved to the top side of the map. They don't want to give Shopify this opportunity to take a fight outside of their base, give them the time to instantly knock on the tier 2 and the tier 3. And now they themselves smoke up, running deep here to maybe contest this Tormentor.
Tormentors at this point in the game, pretty damn tough. They'll get Critter Shard. Jump in though, onto Saberlight. The Saberlight is just taken out of the equation straight away. You get the Tormentor, you lose your Centaur. That is a trade which Shopify have been forced into. He does have the buyback. As Arteezy just continually buying more and more items, grabs the Harpoon now as well.
Just buying anything you can for this fight.
The final barrack under attack, and now the Chaos Knight being thrown up at the moment. They've got the coil coming out into turn. Utoro also taking a lot of damage in this at the moment. Once again, Saberlight in on the backlines, knows his job to clean up Miposhka here. They want to try and bring down the edge. She's even got a BKB now at the moment. She's fighting through it for now. Big stun with the Inkswell coming up through. Utoro jumping on in, looking for Arteezy. Arteezy backs himself away under the cover of the Silver Edge, but they'll move on to Saberlight. Saberlight, he survives for the time being, turns around with the stun. They're on top of Utoro. They might be able to take him down. They have. Utoro's dead without buyback. A real opportunity here for Shopify. They found it, but they need to take out the rest, and the rest are going down. Arbed's on top of them as well. The damage is going to be there. Saberlight fighting up into everybody. They take down Miposhka. No buyback on the edge. They'll get Mirror as well. They needed a miracle, and they may have just found it. Saberlight continuing to chase, but they are on the run. How much can the Puck and the Spirit Breaker do to delay things right now? It might just be a Spirit Breaker. Lal still trying to play with them at the moment. Trying to move, jumping across. Coil, Blink, Orb, everything being used from the Puck and these players just to be annoying. But they just need to get down the middle lane right now.
Finally, Shopify able to collect on their spells. They found Miposhka. Saberlight had to buy back, but it was the perfect buyback. And on top of that, just the damage came out. Spirit not really able to connect. And there's a window of 70 seconds without Wraith King buyback. We're not going to be expecting a lot from Shopify here, but it's a start of a potential comeback. They are able to win fights if they can execute. And for Spirit, maybe getting a little bit too carried away, a little bit too comfortable.
And
how much can they get here?
The answer seems to be not a whole lot. I mean...
Oh, the Wind Waker on collapse?
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
nice Wind Waker.
Dancing around them.
Dire's top tower
Middle tower is gone. Top tower also going to be falling as well. They're opening themselves up for their own possibility of getting Mega Creeps at some point in the game. Oh, my God, collapse.
So they're not going to get really anything from this. Like, I felt like that fight from Shopify was, as soon as Yotaro died without buyback, like, how quickly can they conclude the fight with enough resources to then run it down the lane and get a little bit of map pressure themselves? But because you have Puck, because you have Spirit Breaker, even when you do win the fight and have like, oh wait, we're doing it, there's so many things you have to do. And Mega Creeps, of course, were taken from Team Spirit there.
The worst 2 heroes to be left alive after a fight.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. There's a TP coming in here from Yotaro. They might go for this. They're definitely going to go for this, throwing everything they've got onto the Wraith King. They're going to be able to take him down for the first time. He's coming back, though. The TP's coming through thick and fast. Beautiful call coming out from the Puck as well. Yotaro, his second life, he's going to BKB and walk away. So he will be 5 for the time being, but Lal, he's caught in the middle of it. He's going to go down, has the buyback available. Huge Ice Blast going to come on through as well. There's still plenty of health left available on the Shopify heroes as they try and get on top of Miposhka. Enchantress might be falling here. She is dead. Arbed looking for more. Probably not going to find it, but Roshan is now available. Fly, meanwhile, trying all by himself to defend this base. He's really struggling.
Spirit are making the end of this game quite spicy. You know, they get the Mega Creeps, lose a lot. Then they just, Yotaro just TPs him blindly by himself into the Roshan area, and okay. Shopify, they're against Mega Creeps. The net worth isn't too crazy, but they're gonna get the 3rd Aegis. This is an Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher. This is gonna be a game of buybacks now. Can they do it? We've already seen a Mega Creeps come back so far at the Road to International.
Are you starting to believe this is possible?
For the sake of the show, yes, I do believe.
I'm contractually obliged to say yes.
Yes, for
very,
true, I
very...
do believe this is the beginning. They will win, no. But if anything, I think for Shopify, they will be kicking themselves a little bit because they could have done all of these actions 25 minutes ago, you know? Like the fact it took them nearly 40 minutes to get to these types of fights, this construct of engagement, it's just a little bit too slow. And it's why Spirit are in such a dominating position. And you'd expect for Spirit now, okay, you know what? We're kind of getting a little bit volatile with our gameplay. Let's sit back for a second. You've got an Aegis, congratulations. They'll probably farm the map and just keep Shopify in their base, keep the Mega Creeps running towards their side of the map.
Yep.
And then we'll see a fresh new round of engagement. But
all right, so what you're telling me is we've got about 4.5 minutes to burn.
Yeah. Pretty
How's
much.
it going? How you feeling? Doing good?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, don't really know what Shopify's cooking yet, but they are cooking something, or trying to cook something.
Collapse is now warding duty as well. So if anybody misclicked and accidentally put collapse in as wards placed on their fantasy, you'll be happy about this.
Dire are scanning.
I'm just doing it like that. Yes, okay. I accidentally put Nisha wards placed, okay? I forgot to change it. I did my tech check for TI. I then started casting, and then it was like a game too late where I click on Nisha and was like, oh no.
Collapse. They've actually found him here. He's got the bulldoze, of course, so very hard to actually bring him down. And yeah, he's just gone. So balanced. Worst hero in the super late game is just something else, man. Is this the 25 talent you expected to see? Plus 20% greater bash chance versus the bulldoze 500 all damage barrier?
Yeah, I mean, bashing is very good, and bulldoze, like, it's basically just like a block of cheese, and we know how bad that is. So there could be some games where the left talent's warranted, but just getting that extra bash chance, especially when you've already got so many opportunities just to click through. Some Swift, what, 37%? Yeah, I'll take those odds.
Not as good as 17, but we'll take it.
Yeah, no, 17, of course, is the superior number, but lol.
It's a scary time, especially with the double damage Arteezy sniffing you out. Well, you can tell he's thinking about it. He's always thinking about dropping the coil here, seeing if you can set up for something. And that's the thing, Spirit, their communication is so crisp. They seem to be able to just be like yes or no as a team within like 0.5 seconds. If it's yes, you know everyone will be there. They found the Silence Love's dead. They get him. 100 seconds without the puck could be something. He doesn't actually have the money for buyback at the moment, of course. They won't know that on Shopify, and it is very difficult to commit to a fight and then disengage if you see that buyback coming through. So we'll see what the call is here from Shopify. Of course, Mega Creeps as well, going to create extra pressure, and they're actually clicking on Saberlight right now. He is the Aegis carrier.
Yeah, and the important thing here, the reason why Shopify are finding so many opportunities, but actually they're going to try and jump Saberlight.
They will find it. The gun is there, and oh my goodness, the damage is there as well. The post is going to blast through him. Life number 1 is gone. Abed stuns up Collapse. Managed to get the roll on him before he gets the charge, but they can't chase any further forward because guess what? There it is. The Assault Light coming through once again. And Arteezy gets thrown into the air, so no stun from you. No way they will make it out of this one.
Oh, yeah, they did.
See you later.
So close to Shopify getting another kill to then be able to turn it around, but of course they trade the Aegis for that. And Shopify just utilizing the Ninja Gear so perfectly, right? CK plus Skyroth Mage. Arteezy goes for like a 50-minute Orchid to help with that Linken's Pop, to help try and control that puck. And if there ever was a time where neutral items are really helping their team stay in a game, it is right now. With this Ninja Gear item, even with a nerf in 7.34D, it is giving them just enough opportunities. And now Miposhka, he's stepped up. He wants to get
a really big target. They can bring it down. Crit. He sees him. Or does he? Move around. There he is. Silence is out. BKB immediately popped from Miposhka so damn fast. Arteezy, he's not even doing any damage to him. What is this? Abed comes through though. BKB's over. They should finish the job with the A-Blast coming through as well, and that will be done. But in comes the Soulbind once again from the Grimstroke, controlling up the two of them. Arteezy taking damage here. He is going to drop. And Abed, he needs to get out. He can't either. Turn to stone and taken down. 2 dead on the side of Shopify. Buyback's going to be forced, and they come out immediately.
Oh, this hurts. This hurts for sure. The fact they were trying to go for that pick off an Enchantress, and Maposhka, beautiful positioning. He hugs the tree line, throws up the Observer Sentry, and in doing so, getting that BKB off, preventing the break, and then it just took too long. Spirit instantly able to get back into that area, and we saw the value of the Dream Coil Agnims with Mjolnir. CK just instantly going down. Shopify using 3 buybacks just in response for 1 edge pickoff. Their playstyle was keeping them against the Mega Creeps. It was very refreshing, but one mistake, and of course you were then instantly shoved back into your base. If you can keep chaining the pickoffs, you can keep playing the map. But as soon as it doesn't work out, and you don't have the buybacks, that confidence to leave your base is gonna, slowly disappear. And for Spirit, it does feel like they are just farming up, waiting for that next Aegis, and then hoping to try and close out the game that way. But yeah, Shopify shouldn't, in theory, be too confident now. I say that, they're now smoked.
You say that. The Crit's already hunting. I mean, they know they're not going to be let back into this game, so the opportunities need to come from them. Okay, another charge. Arteezy moving on to the Spirit Breaker here. Very scary for Arteezy here, don't forget. No buyback available on him. The charge through once again. Collapse. He is taking damage here, but they managed to get the connection onto Arteezy. The damage, though, is not really massive, and now they're refreshing it. Toro is the one kind of losing that. Oh my god, the Maposhka from the sidelines. Arteezy is gone. Team Spirit, they get the carry. Can they do it without him? They've taken down Crit as well. Collapse trying to fight up with Abed here. Maposhka from the sidelines just blasting out the impetuses. Lau with the ultra kill. Moving on to Saberlight. Saberlight trying to do what he can, but there's nothing left in the tank. Centaur's gonna drop a rampage for Lal to finish off this game. Sure, the buybacks are there, but they can't defend against this. There is no chance. Team Spirit running into the base to finish off Shopify Rebellion and send them down to the lower bracket. Saberlight jumping in, trying to do what he can, trying to fight up. I mean, he's got the cheese, they've got the damage onto Lal, maybe finishing him off with the Ice Blast, but look at them just taken through Saberlight. His cheese doing absolutely nothing, and they will be able to finish on the Centaur. And there it is, GG called, game number 2. It goes to Team Spirit.
Yeah, what a victory as well. Such a clean performance from Spirit. Shopify, unfortunately, not able to put the pieces together and will be playing in the lower bracket.
Absolutely, and we can throw it straight over to Sir Action Slack, who's going to be with the winning team.
Hey guys, thank you so much. We just had teams.